Hello summoners, welcome back to the channel, and in this video we're going to answer a lot of questions. We have almost 100 questions today and I'm going to try to answer to every single one of them. Now I started this channel roughly a year ago and I had a few videos before that. Like technically if you see my oldest video is from 2 or 3 years ago at this point, but those they didn't have voiceovers. I deleted most of them. They didn't have face cam, any kind of editing, which is raw gameplay. And even like my first video, I was watching it earlier today and I was like, this is bad. It had watermark, it barely had any audio, it wasn't like the quality of the voiceover was also bad, and that makes me happy that I've come so far, and like that's something that I want to say about this video 1 year later when I'm looking back, because that just means that I'm improving and that's what I want to do. Now quickly just going to mention my stats here. So in 1 year, my basic goal was to upload every single day, because that's what I saw other people who were successful in YouTube doing. And in the last 365 days, I've uploaded 460 minus 415 videos. And this was the only thing that was in my control, like subscribers, being monetized, CCP. Those were things that I expected. Technically, they were my long-term goals. I didn't have any control over them. I had control over uploading every single day, so I did that. I think I did that pretty well. There were some days where I uploaded even 7 videos, but I've gotten almost 1 million views, 930,000 views at this point, 4,500 subscribers, 30,000 likes. This is way more than I ever expected. So thanks to all of you guys. Let's just get started with the questions. First, when did you start playing MCOC? Roughly 5 years ago. So I downloaded the game. I didn't even play it for a few weeks. Then before uninstalling, I played it. I thought it was cool. I was mostly playing for the story, but I wasn't playing very seriously. So like the time I joined an alliance, started watching YouTube videos. That's when I considered that I actually started playing. It was around the time Gwenpool, Hyperion, they were pre 12.0. That's all I remember. I don't have the exact date of when I started playing the game. Who's your favorite character? Archangel? I really like him. He's just super fun to play. Not that many matchups where you wouldn't want to use him. He's like my go-to character for basically everything. Who do you want to see buffed next? Groot. What is your favorite Marvel movie? I'd say Thor Ragnarok. Or Avengers Infinity War, between those two. Then what's your daily routine, being an Indian like me, assuming a lot of college? There is a lot of college work, so it's kind of different right now because it's still from like my home. I'm not actually going to the class, but while I'm there, because I live in a hostel, my college is 3,000 kilometers away from my home, so I'm living in a hostel. There's a lot of work there, even besides studying and assignments and tests. But yeah, like they definitely keep us busy. We have classes from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Then we have assignments. There's also some things that now we don't have to do because it's online, but they're like we had to copy basically tables and stuff from a document, so that the next day when we go for a practical we can just note down the value. There is a lot of work, and on top of that, when we are living there, we also have to like wash our own clothes. Going to mess, which is basically a canteen, is a little bit far from a mess, from a hostel, so it's like a 20 minutes to go there, 30 minutes to eat, 20 minutes to come back. Basically we have a lot of work, so I'm not even sure what I'm going to do once I go back there. But right now it's hard to find time to make videos, but at the same time I like doing it. It's more like a hobby. So instead of watching TV, watching some series or something, I just make videos instead. And it takes, at this point, because I have made over 400 videos, it doesn't take too long. Usually my usual video, it takes me about half an hour to do the voiceover, 10-15 minutes for thumbnail and stuff. Then recording I usually do when I get breaks between my classes. And yeah, so moving on, what came first, egg or chicken? The actual question, who do you like more between Captain Marvel and Thor in the MCU? So if you're talking about the MCU and not the game, I like Thor way more. I think Captain Marvel just had one movie. I watched it. It's a pretty good movie. But Thor, we've just had so much backstory. And by the way, I haven't read any of the comics. I actually have read Books of Doom when I got Doom, but besides that, I haven't read many comics. So how old are you? I'm 20 years old. Who is your favorite in-game character Archangel. What are your goals for future? I don't have any particular goals. I'd say 10,000 subscribers by the end of this year would be crazy. It's a realistic goal, but at the same time it's something like I have to push a lot, and with my current subscriber growth I'd reach like 7,500 by the end of the year, so getting to 10k would be hard, but at the same time this year was pretty crazy, so yeah, it would be nice to get 10k by the end of the year. Do you like Rihanna's Dancing in the Dark currently? I don't really listen to Rihanna's song. I know who she is, but I haven't really listened to any of her songs. Will you select YouTube as lifetime career or go with engineering? Also, how much you earn per video? So as of now, it's not that much, like the earning. I can't really consider doing this full time, and first of all, anyways, I'm 20 years old. I have to work for like what, 30 years. I don't see Marvel Contest of Champions lasting 30 years, and if it does, then there's a pretty good chance that I'll get just bored of it at some point. But so lifetime career YouTube, I want to do it very much, but I don't think this channel has that kind of, I don't think it will last that long. And first of all, I have to finish my degree, get a job, get some experience before I can start doing, even think about doing, like, it doesn't really matter how much growth there is. I have to finish college, and then I have to do a job for at least a year to get some experience, so that after YouTube is over, if YouTube is over, and I can get another job. What is your favorite? Yeah, and by the way, earning wise, it varies a lot depending on how much views you get. Roughly I get $1.5 on every 1,000 views, and like in a month I get less than 2 Odins. That's basically what I make from YouTube. Then what is your favorite type of content in MCOC? Variants and boss rushes. I really wish that they make them more frequent, because they're a great time for the channel, and also like generally you don't have to, it's just one quest and you're done, and the rewards are usually worth it. Favorite fight and access, I'd say the Grandmaster. I kind of like the champion fight now, but both of those fights, like when you first doing them, they're extremely hard and I got wrecked. Then Om asking, what are you doing, what are you going to do in the future? Who knows? Which university you went? I am going to SRM, the main campus, and I'm doing computer science engineering. Which stream you choose? Science or I chose science, even though I'm kind of like strong subjects have always been humanities, like social science, history, political science, economics, stuff like that, but for some reason I did end up choosing science and then went for engineering. Then would you upload gameplay of other mobile games on your channel in the future? Maybe. I don't think people like me, when I was just a viewer and I watched other channels, I didn't particularly enjoy them posting about other games because I didn't play other games. But like sometime, maybe if the game is down during maintenance, doing the Among Us streams, something like that could be fun. But generally speaking, I would like to keep this channel MCOC focused. Maybe if we could get some sponsorships in the future. Then second, what is your dream job? I think YouTube is, like, after I didn't even know, it just started. I think that question will also come up, that why did you start like during COVID? But before this I didn't know that I would like YouTube. I started doing it just to pass time, and then I just love it, and I would like to do it for the rest of my life if it is possible. I don't think this channel, because it doesn't have that kind of, like, I don't think this will can last 20-30 years. If you weren't interested in gaming but wanted to become a big YouTuber, what kind of video would you upload? I would like to upload like educational videos. That way I would not even, I don't know, I don't think I'm pretty good at doing research. I'm not great at innovating, but if there is stuff like that's why I think I would do pretty well as an informative YouTuber. It could be about anything from science to, you know, just political stuff or anything. Who is your favorite Marvel character outside or inside of MCOC? I said Thor, probably, because I don't really know anything about the comics, So story wise, like all my Marvel knowledge is limited to the MCU. In the MCU, my favorite character is probably Thor. Yeah. What was your biggest roadblock in Act Content? 6.2 champion boss, which I know that I said like few comments ago that it was my favorite fight as well. But I remember the first time I went there, I spent about 1,000 units. I couldn't do it. I had to quit. I came back much later, and this was basically the only fight where I couldn't do it, because I have been playing the game for a while. I have a pretty good roster, not a whale end game roster, but a pretty decent roster. I usually have counters to everything, so the normal roadblocks like Crossbones in 6.1, Mr. Sinister in 6.2, the Mordo in 6.2, they didn't bother me, but like the actual skill thing that could have roadblocked me did with the 6.2 champion. What is your name? My name is Akash, which means the sky basically. Who is your favorite I already answered that. Archangel, because he melts stuff. What does your family feel about doing YouTube? They are really supportive. My father watches every single video. He also reads every single comment. He doesn't really understand what the game is, but he still watches all my videos, likes them, reads all the comments. And even like my grandfather is kind of supportive. I will probably send this video to him. I don't send him MCOC related stuff, but when I do a podcast or something like that where it's not really talking about the game, then I frequently send it to him as well. What inspired you to YouTube? Basically nothing. Like, I was just bored and I started the channel. Also, do you want Kaban to make the Odin buff beyond what I do? Mostly because he's Odin and he's supposed to be really good. Also, I'm a big fan. Thank you, Dan. Then do you have fun playing MCU? I do. That's why I make videos on it. Which characters do you want Kabam to release? I would like a Stormbreaker Thor. That is one character that I would really like. Congrats on 1 year YouTube anniversary. Thank you. Then we have, why didn't you upload the Carnage versus Venom damage comparison? Basically what Dalen said in the reply. I have read all the comments before and I kind of remember them as well, because I was just preparing mentally. I haven't written anything down, but I was preparing mentally what I am going to respond. So main reason I tried it in Realm of Legends, if I make this video, I'm going to do it in Labyrinth instead, because Realm of Legends, I usually don't like it for damage comparison. It's kind of unrealistic. You don't have to bait special attacks, you don't have to, like, the AI is also kind of defensive compared to endgame stuff, and it doesn't last that long. And Carnage, he does win, he will destroy Venom in longer fights, but it is a video that I would like to make. I always say that Venom is a better character, Carnage has better damage. So yeah, I will probably make it at some point. Then Dennis, he actually liked the third question, my favorite question of the whole Q&A. How has the pandemic... I also really like the first two questions, are kind of serious. The third one is favorite ice cream flavor. The first one is how has the pandemic affected... So I think it has probably affected everyone's life. For me, it's not too bad. Like, I'm usually at college now. I'm here. It's a little bit harder to understand concepts, especially, not at least for us, it's better because we are doing computer science engineering, so all of our labs we can do it online basically. Yeah, we had e-labs where we write codes and stuff, so it can be done while we're at home. Whereas there are some of my friends who are in like mechanical engineering, civil engineering, you actually have to be there in order to properly understand what is going on. There is a lot of equipment that you have to learn how to use. So in education field, I think a lot of students are being affected by it, me included. And probably, like, when we are done with engineering, there is going to be a lot of things that we also, it kind of reduces the college life a little bit, but I don't mind being at home. I do love my family and I like being here. And it kind of sucks, like, while I am at college, I usually just come home twice a year. So I am glad that I can be here for this long. And yeah, second question, did you have any... I didn't have any other job. Usually in India, like, I see basically all my knowledge about other countries come from movies. For the most part, I've just been outside of India twice, once to Thailand, once to Australia. And I think there, at least in Australia, I saw a lot of people working in like 7-Eleven kind of things as a part-time job even while they were studying. That's not that's not something that happens that often in India. Usually people don't do part-time jobs while they're studying or getting their degree. Yeah, I do not have any other job currently. Favorite ice cream flavor, probably cookie ice cream. Is basically like chocolate ice cream with cookies crumpled in it. Are you addicted to gambling? Sorry, typo, I meant MCOC. I am. I guess I am. Like, I have tried quitting a few times, not recently, but a while ago, for my final year in school and stuff, and I always come back, so I guess I am addicted to it. Most satisfying animation. I really like Professor X's Rush Pack. Also, what are your plans for the future? I just want to continue making videos. Hopefully you find them entertaining. I always want to try new series, new ideas, and hopefully we do well on this channel. Well, then Godman asking, when did you start this? 1 year ago today. Then hello bro, are you married? I am not. And then I don't think you can even legally be married at 20 in India. I think for males it's 21, for girls it's 18. Do you play any other games than MCOC? I have a lot of games on my phone. I don't play them daily. Like I play Call of Duty a little bit recently. I had Among Us. I played with my friends a little bit when it was at its peak. I don't play it anymore. I also have Realm of Champions. Wasn't really my kind of game. I did play it for a while, but basically, like, besides, like, even before Marvel Contest of Champions, the kind of games I used to play were like Subway Surfer, Temple Run, stuff like where I used to play them occasionally when I had to pass time, but not something that I used to do daily or something that I used to take seriously. I wouldn't, like, before Marvel Contest of Champions, I don't think I could have called myself even a gamer. I played like Counter Strike and GTA San Andreas on my laptop way before, but yeah, I was not into mobile gaming at all before this. Do you have any game consoles? I do not. I had a PSP once. Keep up the great content, dude. Thanks. Even in my PSP, I didn't play that many games. Mostly just Raw vs SmackDown. I think I was very much into WWE at that time. Then Anand asking, bro, आपने game खेलना कैसे start किया? Basically means how did you start playing the game? So I was traveling. It was a train journey, a long one. So I downloaded a bunch of games from the Play Store before going. Marvel Contest of Champions happened to be one of those games, and I played it. I didn't have very good internet connection while I was traveling, so and it was an online game, so I didn't really opened it up and I just closed it basically. Came back, was uninstalling the games, thought to give it an actual try, started playing it, liked the story, started playing it more frequently, and here we are. But it wasn't because of any other friend. None of my friends have ever even heard of this game, which is kind of weird because now I make videos on it every single day. What champion would you remove from the game? I don't want to see any character removed. I would much rather see them get a buff. What different videos do you enjoy making? I like making controversial videos like tier lists and stuff. I also like making damage comparisons. They're easy, they do well, and they're fun to make. Who's your favorite subscriber? You are, because of this line. No, even otherwise, I always like Dylan's comment. It's always funny, and he's probably the person who gets pinned the most on my channel. And I know the name of a lot of people. And sometimes I don't know the name. I know the profile picture because I see them, and I reply to almost all my comments. And I almost heart every single comment I get as well. First off, why are you called Kingslayer? Mostly because of Game of Thrones, and also it was my in-game name. Not that creative with the name. Second, who's your favorite champ? Archangel. Third, do you or will you do some live? I have done not a lot of live streams. I've done like 20-25 streams. There was like a semester break after December, so in January, for like 20 days I was streaming pretty regularly, but overall, like, at the moment I just don't have the time. I have classes from 8 to 5, 8 to 4 on online, and then I have assignments, stuff like that. So basically I have for streaming you need a lot of time at like continuously a lot of time. So that's basically I only get that at night, and I spend that making videos. I enjoy making videos more than streaming. I enjoy streaming as well, but I for that, like, sometimes I make videos, I premiere them instead, so I can interact with you guys, and like, because I like making videos more. Streams, I do want to do them more frequently. I do not even have an Elgato or stuff like that, so they're not very high quality, which is another reason why I don't make them that frequently. But yeah, which character would you pick if you were allowed to pick any? So if, like, we're talking about a plain roster, I have no character, I have to pick one. And if you're talking about I don't know, I would probably pick Ghost or Doctor Doom. I wouldn't pick Quake. I'm not great with Quake. How do you get so many 5 and 6 star? I mean, in money or so much. So I'm basically in a very high, like, platinum. I was in platinum 1 for 3-4 seasons. I'm still in platinum 2 in Alliance War, and you know, even generally I've completed almost everything in the game. I haven't done Abyss exploration, I haven't done Act 6, Act 7 exploration, but I've completed every single thing in the game. Got a lot of shards, all the variants are 100% done, got a lot of crystals. I don't think I have particularly good luck. I have gotten good luck, but at the same time I think I've gotten plenty of bad luck as well. So yeah, roster wise I just open a lot of crystals. Congrats on 1 year. And who is your favorite champion from each class? Mutant, Archangel, Mystic, Doctor Doom, Science, Human Torch, I'd say. Then Skill, Nick Fury. Tech, Ghost. Which class did I miss? What did I miss? I missed a class, I don't know. What did I miss? There were 6 classes, right? Cosmic. Corvus if I'm playing Suicide Masteries. I don't have Cosmic Ghost, otherwise probably him. Then why did you possibly keep Guardian on top 25? He is best with unlimited damage ramp up. He is by far the best MCOC character. Well, he's good. I think a case could be made for him being the 3rd best tech character. Even then, according to me, tech class Ghost, Warlock, Guillotine 2099, then Guardian. I could see a case being made for him being at 3. I don't think he's the best, by far the best character in MCOC. And honestly, like, I don't think I placed him at 25. I think that's fair. In the entire game, I wouldn't place him over 25. Why I started, so this is something that I did answer before. Why I started during COVID, and why not before. Kind of had posted a few videos before that. Was never really, I don't know, like, actually before going to college, the final year in school in India is pretty stressful. A lot of competition, obviously, because of our population. So I was posting a little bit, then I stopped, and I don't know, I didn't know that I would like doing YouTube that much, because usually I'm a very introverted person, and the fact that in this video I'm talking to basically 100 people, it's just it's not something that I imagined I would like, but I ended up liking it very, very much. Then who would you say your all-time favorite is? Still, I say Archangel, probably my all-time favorite. For a time being, I really enjoy Electra, and I thought she was underrated because she was my first rank 4-5 star. I had a pretty bad luck when it came to 5 stars. Then can APOC be Horseman? I don't think so. I don't think a 6 star. Like, I have seen someone being double Horseman, basically getting 2 prowess and stuff. Someone else, but I don't think APOC himself can be Horseman. I recently got him, so I honestly don't know. I haven't played with him that much. Do you enjoy MCOC? I do. What's with enjoying MCOC? I do enjoy MCOC. That is why I make content on it. Which what is one character you really want in the game? I really want a good Cosmic. Could be Corvus, could be Cosmic Ghost Rider. I actually did get Corvus in the CCP beta. I opened a 6-star, one 6-star, ended up being Corvus. Because I have a Cosmic T5CC, I really like Corvus. I would also really like Cosmic Ghost Rider as a 6-star, and then those two probably. Who is your favorite champ to play animation by? Doctor Doom. I'd say Doctor Doom. SP3 animation, I'd say Human Torch and Nemo and Doom. They're the top 3 in my opinion. Which games do you play other than MCOC? Not that many, to be honest. Like Call of Duty a little bit, occasionally, not great at it, and then sometimes Among Us, but haven't played Among Us in a while, to be honest. Do you think 6.2.2 should be enough? That is the Mr. Sinister chapter, I believe. If that's the case, then I never enjoyed that fight, so you're sure, why not? What are the most underrated champs in your opinion? Mephisto, Phoenix, Emma Frost. What's your name? Already answered that. Who do you think summoner should rank up? Whoever you like and whoever you need. I'd say look forward, if especially because of variants. If you need a strong Mystic character for variant 5, if you need a villain for variant 6, rank them up. Do that variant, get gems, get more shards, get more characters, rank them up as well. So I'd say that different class, I like to have at least one character for each class ranked up, but depending on your T5CC, like T4CC and stuff, what you like, let's say you have Doctor Doom, Clairvoyant and Vision Arcus, all 3 good characters, but Clairvoyant and Doom, if you rank them up first, they would help you more than ranking Doom and Arcus or Doom or Claire for most situations. Like, it's very complicated game, you can go either way, and it depends on this situation and your personal preference, in my opinion. Then will you stop making frequent CCP videos and make some real account war videos? I tried war videos. I've made like probably 20-30 war videos. They didn't really do that well. I'm not in a master alliance. I'm not particularly skilled. I get why someone would not be interested in seeing my... I would give it another try. I haven't tried war videos in a while and my audience has changed quite a bit. So I'll try that. Frequent CCP videos, like in my opinion, CCP video is one on new character. I just make 2 every single month. Any other thing like damage comparisons, ranking lists. Sometimes I use the CCP beta to make the video. Like even in damage comparisons, I don't have all the characters up at the same rank, and doing that on the live server is almost impossible for a person like me who doesn't have this crazy varied roster or not a ton of catalysts. So I use CCP beta quite a bit because I have it, but like for the first 7 months I didn't. I still made videos every single day. So like I am going to get a similar question later, and like define CCP videos. I according to me, CCP video is anything like when you're talking about stuff that hasn't been released yet, or like abilities of some other character, event coming up, the PDF kind of thing, and the new character. So I don't think I do that very frequently, like twice a month, and those 2 characters come out, and basically that's it. So yeah, the second question is, will you take this as a career throughout life, or I will probably go for a job at least for 1 year. It doesn't really matter, like even if we add an extra 0 in front of the subscriber and the paycheck, that would be like, if I get an extra 0 in front of the paycheck, that would be enough, like comparable to a real life like actual job. But at the same time, I still have to get a little bit experience before doing this full time, because I don't think like I'm not a very risk taking person. I wouldn't leave everything behind for this one thing, because if this one thing goes wrong, then basically like if you don't have experience, it's very hard to find jobs. Then what career are you pursuing in life? Probably like career wise, it'd probably be IT related, after being a computer science engineering, like coding, stuff like that. Are you a student? I am. What is your favorite subject? I don't know. Like favorite subject, I kind of like I like computer communication, which is a subject. It's between like how to communicate between. It's like I kind of like everything except maths. But yeah, even in maths, I like probability and stuff. I don't like calculus. Who is the best champion in each class for you? Best champion from, like, in my opinion, well, I kind of answered this before, but Science, Quake, Tech, Ghost, Skill, Nick Fury, Mystic, Doom, Claire if you run Suicides, Cosmic, Corvus, and Cosmic Ghost Rider just behind him. Again, I'm missing a class. I don't know. I think I missed one class, but I can't remember which one it was. Who is your worst champion to play? Like, the character that I least like while playing, I'd say anyone who doesn't hit hard, like Groot, probably. What is your favorite fight of all time? I really enjoy the Thanos thing that we see, like with all the faces and stuff. I think that's kind of my favorite fight. I'm never good at that stuff, but I enjoy it. Congratulations for 1 year. My question is, what was your account training pull? So you said like your second 5-star. So that's something that for me, because I have been playing the game for such a long time, I don't think I had an account training pull. Like, even recently, probably my most account training pull was 6-star Doom after Biz. I don't use him at all. Like, he's at rank 2. I use my rank 5 5-star one. I will use him a lot when I take him to rank 3, which is going to be soon. But at the moment, like, I've had him for like 4 months, 5 months, I don't know, and I haven't played with him at all. He's just sitting there at rank 2. The thing is, like, even when I started with 3 stars, my best character was 3-star Unawakened Thor at one point, and then like I got a lot of 4 stars. So, because by the time I get a crazy good character, I already have a lot of decently good characters who can do the stuff. So I don't know. I've never had this one pool that would allow me to do content that I wouldn't have otherwise been able to do. That's basically it. But 6-star Doom was definitely the highlight of my luck, I guess. Do you know Hindi? I do. I know 3 languages: Hindi, English, French. Not great French. I can understand easy sentences and stuff. If yes, then speak a whole sentence. I kind of did when I was reading a question earlier in Hindi, and then I translated it. Bro, are you free to play or pay to win? Somewhere in between. I'm not pay to win, but I'm not free to play either. I have spent money, probably $600-ish so far in 5 years. Not that much. I occasionally pick up the like 4th of July or Cyber Weekend deal. Other than that, like 6 Stone, I never pick them up, or anything else. Like, you've seen TFICC selectors, never pick them up either. So like, even 4th of July stuff, and there have been times where the offer was actually good and I didn't pick it up. So I'm kind of like here and there. I don't spend that much in the game. And then Spider-Ham or Human Torch, Medusa, Angela, Hitmonkey, Moleman, Sentinel, Hulkbuster. I actually think, depending on the situation, Sentinel could be better, but for the most part, Hulkbuster is stronger. Which is your favorite MCOC YouTuber? It used to be Idealist and Joe Line. Joe Line kind of made a return. He hasn't been uploading too regularly, but those two are my favorite. Like, at the moment, who I watch the most is probably Karate Mike, Seaton, and Brian, who is which is a favorite underrated YouTuber. I'd say it's Himula. Like, I haven't watched a ton of his videos, but every time I go to his channel, I like. Also, Rob is a great streamer. If you haven't checked his streams and even videos, it's just a lot of quality content there. And yeah, I'm kind of surprised how he's not more popular. Then what would have you done if not studying? Probably nothing, for I wasted my time like I was doing. Like, when did we get 20 something March, I think the lockdown started. I uploaded a video on 10th April, so there was a pretty decent time in between where I was just wasting it away. What do you major? Computer science engineering, and I'm doing well. Will there be a face reveal? I've done face reveals before. I've made a separate video doing the face reveal in tier. By the way, if you have seen my face before, you're probably wondering why I don't have hair any longer. I shaved them off, mostly because of, like, it was hot, India, and like June. I don't know why I said June. April does get hot in India, but also I had dandruff and stuff. I just shaved it off one day. Then will you try any other game? Probably, like if this game dies and I continue on this channel, maybe. But like, see, the thing is, like if I was mainly a PUBG YouTuber, if that game dies, you can shift to Call of Duty. Well, there are a lot of first-person shooters. I don't think there is any other game similar to Marvel Contest of Champions. So if and when the game dies, I don't think there will be this one game where everyone switches. So I don't know what I'll do with the channel at that point. Where do you live? I'm from Uttarakhand. I live in Delhi. My college is in Chennai, so I'm usually just traveling all around the world, or not the world, all around India. Like if you don't know, and probably you don't, around 18% of my viewers are from India, so all of the rest probably doesn't know this. So basically, Uttarakhand is north, Delhi is also kind of north, and then Chennai is just very like extreme south. So it's 3,000 kilometers, very far away. Burgers or fried chicken? Definitely burgers. I don't really eat fried chicken. What was your first 5-star? I don't remember the first 5-star. First 6-star was Luke Cage shortly after he was buffed. So that was kind of a good pull. The second was Juggernaut and the third was Red Hulk. And I ended up taking Red Hulk to rank 3. That was cool. What is your real name? Answer that. How did you get Doom? I got the 5-star version from a random 5-star basic crystal one morning. I was pretty surprised. Then I got the 6-star version after a base from a basic 6-star crystal. Again, was pretty surprised. Then any advice for aspiring cavaliers? I'd say have a counter for crossbones. It's not like 6.1, honestly, compared to the rest of it. It's not too bad as long as you have a crossbones counter. April 10th is also my brother's birthday. Happy birthday to you. I think someone else also said. So everyone whose birthday is on 10th April, like today, happy birthday to you. So he's asking how much I earn. Roughly, it varies. Roughly like $1.50 every 1,000 views, and the views always vary. I ever thought of making? So this was the other CCP beta thing. I asked like, what do you consider to be? So like according to me, a CCP video is the new character one. I make once when those characters are released, so twice in a month. And other than that, I use the beta very frequently. Even if I have a character ranked up and at that same signature level, if I'm going to use them in a quest, why am I doing in the beta? Because that way I save energy. I don't think it's necessary if you are trying to grow a channel. There are YouTubers who are not in the program, they do well, and I grew for the first 7 months without the beta. It's doable. Beta just makes your life so much easier, because you don't have to actually rank this character up, you don't have to use energy to make those videos. And then like if you usually, like before the beta, I was making a lot of Realm of Legend videos, because that was the only way where I didn't have to use too much energy, because I'm not a person who has done everything in the game. I still have to do Act 7 exploration, I still have to do Act 6 exploration, Abyss exploration. There's a lot I still have to do. So I could use the energy that I'm saving. I don't really get this comment. If he's asking any wife, then no. But if waifu means something else, then I don't even know what that means. Lemons or limes? I didn't know that that's different. That's what I asked. I googled it. I don't really know. How are you doing? I'm doing well. Which country are you from? I'm from India. Same question here. Kabam bugs dalna. Basically, when will Kabam stop putting bugs? I will say this: they don't put it intentionally. I think everyone, like the content creators, Kabam, players, no one really likes when we see bugs in the game. But for a game that gets so many updates, I think it's kind of inevitable that they will have bugs. We have been seeing a lot more recently. So yeah, but that's basically done. I think it is a very long video. I don't even know how long I've been talking. There is no time on the screen right now, but that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for all the love and support, really appreciate it. That's gonna do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Subscribe to the channel. Like if you are not, if you have watched so far, and you're not already subscribed, then press that button now, and also press the notification bell, I guess. And what else do I say at the end of the video? I don't know. Stay safe. Bye bye. Have a good one.